Hi friends, this is Balaji Rajendran. Today we are going to talk about options basics for the beginners. So, what we are going to cover in this session? We are going to understand what are equity derivatives, why to trade equity derivatives, and we are also going to look at key jargons like lot size, strike prices, premium, and I am also going to explain the call and put options in a very simplified manner so that all beginners will be able to understand it. And I am also going to touch upon the concepts of in the money, at the money, and out of the money as well. And we have a NSE option chain screenshot. This will facilitate easy understanding of open interest and change in open interest, strike prices, last traded price, implied volatility. Okay, first get into the lesson straight away. What are equity derivatives? Actually, these are financial contracts which have equity as the underlying asset. There are essentially two types of contracts which are available for trade in the NSE. One is futures and the other is options. In this tutorial, we will be discussing about the options only. And what and why are derivatives need to be traded? Let's understand that. In the NSE, presently we have option contracts for the following products. One is Nifty index and other is Bank Nifty. Apart from this, we also have around 180 numbers of individual stocks which are in the F&O segment, which are available for options trading. And what are the advantages of options trading? First is we take a view of the market and trade accordingly. We can either sell or buy calls or sell or buy puts based on our view of the market, whether it is going to go up or go down. The second most important thing is for the investors who have a portfolio of stocks. Like he has got a portfolio of stocks which has risen over a period of several years and he wants to protect his portfolio from any downside. So what he does, he decides to either buy a put or sell a call so that even in the case of market going down, he is going to offset some of his losses which is coming into the portfolio. The third one, very small capital requirements alone is needed to generate very high returns. Of course, this comes with higher risk as well. And the fourth one, the contracts are highly liquid. So easily somebody can get in and get out. It can be for positional trade or even for intraday trade. Getting in and out is very easier. Also, somebody can trade on the sell side, that is they can short the market or they can go long. And Nifty 50 is by far the best for derivative trading as the 50 stocks cover almost 13 sectors and these 50 stocks almost contribute 55% of the traded value of all the stocks that are traded in the NSE. But one disadvantage is there in options trading. It can be traded only in lots. And coming to the key jargons, what are lot size? The Nifty options has a lot size of 50 shares per lot. Earlier it was 75, now it is 50. The Bank Nifty options, the lot size is 25, and for individual stocks, the lots vary based on the price of the stocks. This is determined by the SEBI periodically. If the prices of the stocks are higher, the lot size will be lower, and if the prices of the stock is less, the lot size will be more. Strike prices for Nifty, it is in the steps of 50, like 18,000, 18,050, 18,100 or 17,950, 17,900 or 17,850, like that. And for the Bank Nifty, the strike prices are in steps of 100, like 40,000, 40,100, 40,200, 39,900, 39,800, and so on. The strike prices for the individual stocks are decided with no common rule. Premium, this is the most important thing which we need to understand. It is the current market price of any option contract. This is traded in the NSE. The seller sells it, the buyer buys it. So the transfer of ownership happens. This is the premium which will always keep changing on a real time basis. So it is very dynamic and it depends on various parameters. There is a demand supply parameter. One is demand supply, number two is time till expiry, like a premium can trade at a higher price on Fridays or Monday, but since the expiry is on Thursday, by Wednesday afternoon onwards it will erode its value. And there is an implied volatility. We will be discussing in the later part about implied volatility. And based on the Nifty spot price movement, also the prices of the strike prices will, the option prices will keep changing. So for individual stocks, the underlying asset, which is the stock price variation, will determine the option price movement of the concerned strike price. And very simply put, call and put options are okay. If you see the explanation, calls give the buyer the right but not that obligation. Okay, this is general English, but let us understand in a very simple way. A call buyer in a Nifty option thinks that Nifty 50 index will move up beyond the strike price and hence he is buying that particular strike price, whereas the call seller thinks just the opposite and he sells it. Similarly, a call buyer in a stock option thinks that the particular stock will move up beyond the strike price and hence he buys the particular strike price, whereas the call seller thinks just the opposite. In short, a call option buyer is a bullish trader and a call option seller is a bearish trader. Coming to put options, a put buyer in Nifty index thinks Nifty will fall down further, hence he goes and buys the particular strike price, whereas the put seller thinks just the opposite. A put buyer is a bearish trader, a put seller is a bullish trader. In the money, at the money, and out of the money, these are the three concepts which we need to understand very clear before we trade into options. In the money, this is a call option is called in the money when the current spot price stands at a level higher than the strike price. Let us see that with an example of the NSE option chain. Here we find this is the screenshot of NSE website taken at 3:30 on 22nd October after the market had closed. Nifty had closed at 18,115 in spot. So then what happens? Up to 18,100, all the calls are said to be in the money, and at 18,100 it is called at the money, and from 18,150 and above, 18,150, 18,200, these calls are said to be out of the money. Coming to put side, on the right side of the screenshot, what you can see, 18,150 put is considered as the at the money put, and 18,200, 250, 300 are all in the money, and below 18,100, 18,050, 18,000 all are considered as out of the money put options. To differentiate in the money and out of the money, there is a clear yellow shading of call side and put side. people can understand it easily. And here we are also seeing open interest. The last, in the leftmost column, we call as open chain, open interest. Similarly, on the right side for the put, it is open interest. So this is a very, very important column. Please make a note. We will be discussing about this in detail in subsequent tutorials. So in the next tutorial, I will be talking about what, why, when and how to execute a call option, or what, why, when and how to execute a put option. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, like and share my channel with your friends and family. I will be posting periodic videos on options, mostly for the beginners, and also will be touching upon mutual funds investments, taxation and alternate investment ideas. Happy investing.